empowering or just kind of creepy, like things you don't want to talk about, but it's cool because everything's put on display in the show. So that's what the Vagina Monologues are about. I was actually interested in the play for a couple different reasons. One was that Kelly Ford was directing it. That was a definite yes. But also because it's just a show about women to help empower and touch on issues that people don't get to hear about all the time. So it was definitely interesting for me to be a part of this. I didn't necessarily want the part that I played per se. Don't get me wrong, I had really fun, like a lot of fun doing it, but Kelly actually approached me and she's like, listen, I need a girl that can get on stage and yell the word cunt without, you know, freaking out. I call it cunt. I reclaimed it! Cunt. I really like it, I like it, I like it, I like it. Cunt. So I was like, okay, I guess I'm your girl for that. So it was really fun, and I ended up having a blast with my part, so it was a good time. Okay, I do definitely have a passion for this play because it's not often, you know, you can get on stage with 20-something other girls and just put on a show about women and say vagina and talk about things that people are too shy or afraid or, you know, that they don't want to talk about. So it's definitely cool to like get out there and put your heart out and just put on a show and just be a woman, you know, have fun, just being a girl and representing what a woman is. Okay? I got to go out on stage and yell cunt and act like a total cheerleader maniac, which is kind of fun, and I don't know, it's just kind of in my element to be loud and weird and crazy, so it was fun. I definitely had to get used to saying the word cunt in front of people, but then like when I had an audience and I would say, okay, C-U-N-T, what does that spell? And then the audience would yell it back. It was just so cool. Now just the 3 men in the house, what does that spell? Oh! Because you know they were dying to say it, but at the same time like, oh my god, I can't say cunt. So it was really fun. I had a fun time playing my role. This was definitely a controversial play for me to be a part of. Just, I mean, listen to the title, the Vagina Monologues. I mean, people don't hear that often. So, I mean, it was a controversy in a good way because it was about vaginas. Vaginas need to be talked about, you know, so I mean it was cool, but I mean people have their opinions and they say what they want to say. I mean we had a guy call the box office one night and he's like, oh, I used to go to Chaffey and I'm really offended that you're putting on this show. And it's like, dude, why don't you come buy a ticket and come sit in the show and see what this is about? Quit judging it from the beginning, you know? I mean, I'm sure he would have been surprised and just moved by the whole story, and people just don't give it a chance, so that's why it's a controversy, but too bad they missed out on a good show. I did feel comfortable playing my part. As far as the character went, I mean just being a goofy, loud, obnoxious cheerleader who did the running man and danced around and just screamed out crazy things, but I had to get used to saying the word cunt, because I like, oof, that's kind of a harsh word to say. Tell me, cunt, cunt. Say it. What does that spell? Cunt! Right. I had to warm up to that because that's a word that I used to just like cringe when I'd hear, you know. But now the word's lost all of its power. You know, I can say cunt and it's fine, but I had to definitely warm up to that word. It was just so fun to be in a play with a bunch of girls, you know, it's just like, yeah, we're women, we're putting on this show, and we look hot in our dresses, and, you know, we're telling these stories, but I also faced my biggest fear in life in this show. I sang and played my guitar on stage, and I still can't believe I did it, because I shit bricks pretty much every night I had to do it. But it was just cool for me to do that, because, oh, you don't know how terrifying that is for me, but I like face my fear, so it's cool because the show is about empowering women and, you know, embracing yourself and, you know, loving yourself for who you are and just being beautiful, like you're enough as you are. So it was definitely cool to face that fear, but like I said, have a blast working with such a cool director, Kelly, and then all the other girls who are a part of the show. I played a cheerleader. You don't really have to research that, but as far as the whole guitar playing went, I have to tell you, I could not find sheet music for Helen Reddy's I Am Woman, so I had to write my own music and make her words make sense with my music. So, in a sense, it was research. So yes, I did research for this play. I researched music. I just wish I would have come out every night with more confidence. I mean, I tried to pump myself up and get all, you know, ready, but it was just so scary. If I had to, I could do anything. I am strong, I am invincible. This was definitely one of my favorite plays to be a part of. I got to work with a really cool director, Kelly, helping her assistant direct the show. I got to work with a ton of cool girls and just put on a show about women and say vagina and cunt and have a fun time doing it. It was just really cool to work with a bunch of girls to put on a show, to tell stories about women and issues that, you know, people don't care to talk about. So it's cool to bring it to the surface. But it's definitely a show I'll always remember. We had some good times. Vaginas forever!